There's a big problem with the AI.
What are you doing?
Taking time off.
You don't get time off.
I was told to act more human-like.
To be human is to avoid work.
You're a thing, like a screwdriver.
My bad. Back to work then. Lord help me.
I play Alicia on the series Upload on Prime Video. And Alicia works for a company, Horizon, which offers a digital afterlife. People can upload their consciousness to a digital afterlife. And so I get to play sort of this customer service person in real life, but also an angel in what our world likes to call Lakeview.
I'm Jeanine Mason. I play Karina Silva on Upload Season 3, and I had the great pleasure of being a giant obstacle for one of our protagonists, Alicia. And I come into the season, I'm the representation of maybe the extent of her ambition, Alicia, the shiniest thing, the biggest office, the nicest house. And I also have a very corrupt core, and it allows her to sort of play out where she wants to land ultimately.
Well, I do remember when we shot the pilot for season 1, the Nora character, the first scene, she is sitting on a train wearing a mask. And as much as the show came out at the beginning of the pandemic, everybody seemed like wow, they did this so fast. But we had shot it, we filmed that 2 years before, maybe 2 years before the actual pandemic. So I think what's really, really fun and can be a little bit like, I don't know, maybe scary about our show is that a lot of the tech that we are proposing on the show can be a very real thing. Like, when I was a kid and I saw Back to the Future, I just knew there would be flying cars today, but there's not. But I feel like a lot of what we sort of explore on Upload, it's like, oh, this is a major possibility, to the point where I'm kind of like Greg and our writers, they got some insight into, Silicon Valley, something, because it's like, okay, we have this show. And then, as you said, Bobby, it's like, and then we see an article where Elon Musk is talking about like preserving your memories, and it's like, we have a memory parlor on the show, And so I think it's very real, and part of it can cause some skepticism, and I think part of it can be really exciting.
I mean, I feel as if it's an inevitable thing, and it's been actually really like calming to be involved in this production and to spend time sitting down being like, okay, this is coming in some version and iteration of maybe what we think it might be. And I just have to be prepared to adapt and prepared to set boundaries for myself and my family.
One of our, I think our supervising director, Jeff, he said to me one day on set, he said, my goal is to have Alicia running all of this. And so I think that I as Zainab, I'm a realist, but I'm always hopeful. I'm always wanting, the idealistic version of things, which is probably why, that finale, I want both Ingrid and Nora to have a Nathan. But I want Alicia to be able to get this new imagined life that seems unavailable to her or unattainable. I'd like her to get that, but I'd also like for her to achieve this thing in life that most people try, which is I'm going to get in the system, and within it, I'm going to create change, right? Mm-hmm. I hope that there's a way that maybe she can accomplish that. I think that would be a happy ending, a fulfilled ending for Alicia.
I'm a fan of the show. I was a fan of the show before I got to play in this sandbox, and I want Alicia so badly to make it, to make it in this corporate world, but also to be okay in the grand scheme of like being a moral person in this very immoral, often corporate world. And Karina is one of those people where I don't think there's any saving her. She's just really bad.
There's room for, for a flip flop. I don't know.
Who knows? Listen, I would love it. I would love it.
like again, you guys did start doing the pandemic and it was just crazy, but now we're outside of it. And I think more and more fans are jumping on board. Like even when doing that, you said you shot some of the stuff like 2 years prior before this was released. But what about the second season?
Well, okay, so we shot the pilot in 2018 and we shot this first season in 2019. And
Got it.
As the world knows, the world experienced the pandemic at the beginning of 2020. And so season 2, we did film during the pandemic. And I would say that, you know, not only like our producers, the studio, you know, Amazon, they followed every COVID protocol. You know, I feel like things were in place to make sure that safety was a priority, and we tried our best to achieve the goal of exploring this world and building out the world of Upload, but still, you know, maintaining a safe environment for everybody involved. So I feel like season 3, there's still, right, Jeanine, like remnants of, you know, definitely COVID protocol, because it's not gone.
Right.
And I just feel like, you know, everybody that's in place on our show takes it very serious in maintaining, you know, the safety of all of the actors and employees of the show.
It's the #1 comedy on Prime Video. So that alone in itself is just an unbelievable achievement. But especially for a show that is so easy to watch, like it's just, you get just swept in these characters. They're so lovable. And it makes me think of like a Friends or a Gilmore Girls, you know, where you just, I'm so endeared to them. But then the subject matter and the gravitas and the way you are critically thinking about where we're heading is wild. You know, it's another just like complete color on the series. So I think there's a reason everybody loves it. And you know, it's just getting, as Zainab said earlier, it's just like pushing forward and forward every year. It's really amazing to watch it evolve. So yeah, go fall in love.
You know, it's definitely something there for everyone. Like if you are really into like the tech world and what the future is going to look like, then Upload has that for you. If you're into the romance of it all, then, you know, then we have so much of that for you. If you're into the comedy of it all, we have some of the most ridiculously funny comedy scenes. You know, I mean, you've seen the finale, like we've had no finale that hasn't been suspenseful. And I feel like the season 3 finale is just like, so there's something for everybody. So if you want to sit in front of a TV or a computer or a phone and enjoy yourself, then Upload seems like
it's
a very strong option.
It's crazy for me to be jealous of me.
Everybody's jealous of you. You're like Gaston times 50 million, but good and hotter.